Hey YouTube, and welcome back to another Daily Dose of Justin. So I'm gonna get right down to it. Kids suck, and I'm okay. I know, like pretty much everyone I know has kids, and it's fine. I'm fine with you having kids. Do I have kids? No. I'm talking about the kids that suck, that are little monsters. You've seen them. You know who I'm talking about. You've seen them in Walmart. You've seen them if you go to where I work. We see them all the time. Working retail is a form of birth control. For example, I was walking through my area one day, and this mom was pushing a kid, and in the cart, and like he was sitting in the front seat, and he was like, "I want it," and she was like, "You can't have it." He's like, "I want it. Go back for it now." And she was like, "No, we can't go back for it." And mind you, he was much louder than I was in a store full of people. And he was like, "I want it." No, no, we can't go back for it, sweetie. And finally, he just got fed up and went and just spit in his mom's face. And right then I thought, "Oh goody, I'm going to get to see my first murder." Because that's what I would do if my kid spit in my face. I would straight up murder my child. But she didn't. She took a rag out of her purse, wiped her face, and looked at him and said, "No, that's not what we do. We don't spit." I said, "Bitch, what?" I'd have killed that fucking kid. I would have just murdered him. I had told him right in front of everyone, "Once we out to the parking lot, you're gonna die. I'm gonna kill you." Um, I had another kid one time. Uh, I was over at our little computer looking up a shoe for somebody, and this woman was looking over in like the apparel section, and her son came up, and he was coming out of the team sports area, and he couldn't. He was old enough to where like you could leave him alone in the store, and he come find you later. He was like 12, but he was pissed that his mom did that, and he went, "What the fuck, mom?" And she went, "What?" She went, "I just left you over there." I'm like, if I would have cussed like that when I was a kid, I would have gotten my ass beat in that department store. And then beat outside of the apartment store. And she was like, "I just left you over there." And he's like, "Jesus, mom!" And then she walked off, and she was like, "You'll be okay." And then he very slightly said, under my breath, "Stupid bitch. I shit you not. I'd have killed me a child." I know kids, like, I'm not saying like some of you are going to interpret like, "Oh, Justin's going to beat his child when he has kids." No, 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 that's not it. Good old hand to ass or belt to ass has never affected a child ever before. Like, there's a difference between beating your children and punishing your children for being little snots. Like for example, when I was a kid, I got spanked. I got spanked with a belt. It didn't happen often because I was not a bad kid. I remember one vivid time though. We were at the beach, and I don't know what I was doing, but I was being a little shit. And my dad and my mom were still together at one point, and my dad said, "You don't start acting right, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna spank you right here at the beach." I said, "You don't have a belt on. You can't spank me." La 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 la. And I just walked off and probably skipped while I was at it because I was being a little shit. And he said, "I'm gonna find a piece of driftwood and I'm gonna spank you with driftwood." I said, "No, you're not. There's no driftwood on this beach." La 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 la. And then sure enough, I turned back around and he had found the flattest fucking piece of driftwood I had ever seen. I was like, where do you get that?" And sure enough, I got spanked with a piece of driftwood at the beach. Now, I'm not saying, as I said, I'm not condoning violence against kids. I hate when parents don't have the nuts to discipline your kids. Like, they should be embarrassing you when they do stuff like that in public. I know they would be embarrassing themselves, and they would be embarrassing me if I was the parent. Um, a wise man once said, "When your children's acting up and you're in a department store, you take them, you pull them over to the side, and you tell them, 'Hey, what you're doing is wrong.' And you tell them why it's wrong. And you tell them how it's embarrassing not only them, but it's embarrassing you. You're embarrassing yourself right now." And you be very stern and very calm with them. And then when their guard is down, you beat their little asses. Yeah. So, as I said, I'm not condoning violence. I'm just saying kids sometimes need to be punished, because if you don't, that kid is going to think he runs the world when he gets older. And then somebody's going to beat his ass for him when he gets older, because he's going to be a shit to someone that's much bigger and much badder than he is. And he's going to get his ass beat, and he's going to be like, well, that never happened when I was a kid. Maybe it should have. Yeah. So anyways, there's my childhood stories. Or stories in general. Oh, yeah, one time I had a friend come into work, and he had lines all over his body. And I was like, what happened? Come into school, and he was like, well, I was like, what happened to you? And he was like, I got spanked. And I was like, oh, you being like you being a shit? Yeah. What she hit you with, a belt? No. What was it? I said, what? She spanked me with a Hot Wheels track. Oh, well, they shouldn't have been lying around in your room now, shouldn't have. I'd have hid that shit. As soon as she said she was going to spank me, I would have hid that Hot Wheels track under my bed. Where's your Hot Wheels track? I don't know, Mom. You're just going to have to get the belt, because you ain't beating me with that thing. We were driving cars all over him the rest of the day. Anyways, yeah. So, there it is. You have a nice day. Go Red Sox.